typically the bills you're going to get after a crash or an incident are going to be bills from not the emergency room, the facility bill, but from the other providers that were at the emergency room or the hospital that you went to after your incident. So for example, the ER physician or the radiologist or the entity that owns the CT scan machine. You may get some of these little bills other than the facility bill in the mail. Now, let's first talk about the facility bill. The facility bill, you're typically not going to get that in the mail because the facility can file what's called a hospital lien. And the hospital lien is something that our office deals with. The hospital will file a lien with the county clerk, and then we have to be sure that we pay them out of the settlement. But the other providers typically cannot and will not file hospital liens, so they may be sending you those bills. Now, when you get those bills, definitely give us a copy. That way we have a full picture of all your bills. But just know that we are not going to be able to get you any money to pay those bills until the end of your case. Some clients want to go ahead and pay those bills now, and that's fine. You're going to get reimbursed for that at the end of your case whenever we have a final settlement or if we go all the way to trial and have a verdict. Some clients are okay with holding off and not paying those bills. And then at the end of your case, you can have a discussion with our office about whether you want us to potentially pay some of those bills out of the settlement. I say we'll have a discussion about it because many bills we will have to pay out of the settlement. For example, the hospital lien or a letter of protection provider or some other provider that you may have gone to if we advanced payment for a surgery or something like that, for instance. But the smaller bills like the ER physician or the radiologist, those aren't bills that we have to protect out of the settlement. So normally what we're going to do at the end of the case is we're going to give you more than enough money to pay those bills and recommend that you pay those. But some clients will want us to pay that at the end of the case. You just need to understand that if you're not going to pay that bill up front and the bill's going to stay there until the end of the case, there is a chance that they could put that on your credit. And we can't stop them from doing that. We can notify the provider that, hey, we have a case. It could take years for the case to fund. And sometimes they'll communicate with our office and not put it on your credit. But sometimes they won't, right? They have their own internal processes. Remember that whenever you go to the hospital or an emergency room, that doctor is providing a service, right? Or that CT scan radiologist is providing a service, and they're entitled to payment at the time, they're rendering the service. Definitely be sure any bills you get, though, that they've sent it to your health insurance, and if they didn't, notify them that, hey, you have health insurance, and then that way it does get ran through your health insurance and you'll get a better rate for that.